All right, good to go.
Good to go.
We are live. Hey everybody, my name is Zach with Realize the Market, and you're tuned in to the Think Realize the Market podcast. Our goal is to connect with entrepreneurs by providing a platform to help others through their experiences. Today we're coming to you live from the Small Business Expo in Los Angeles with a very special guest, Storm. Storm, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Doing excellent. Been
Doing
a
good.
really awesome day. How about you? Have you been enjoying your time here at the expo?
Yes, no, there's so many businesses here. A lot of walking around, a lot of free things. We like free.
Yes, we like free. Free's nice.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are and what it is that you do?
Yeah, all right. So my name is Storm Bay. I go by Storm Baybay. I have an LLC, which is Baybay's Best LLC, which is supporting young entrepreneurs and making sure that they do have kind of like a guideline on how to get their businesses registered, insurance, stuff like that. I am a financial advisor, although I don't provide financial advice to my clients because I do work with a firm. So basically it's Baybay's Best, and then I do body sculpting to generate revenue, which is my DBA is bodybybaybay. So it's a lot, yeah.
So and that kind of brings me to wonder what's your why for doing all of this? What are you motivated by?
Oh yeah. So I just love seeing people succeed. I like seeing results in all aspects, and I feel like there's enough to go around for everybody, and having people to collaborate with, having people to grow with is definitely just a passion of mine in general.
It's definitely inspiring seeing other people, succeed. It's like, wow, I love seeing that. And, I think one of the biggest things is most people, see it as a competition, like this other person's, winning in my topic or in my industry. And it's like, nah, you shouldn't see it that way. You should see it as an inspiration, get inspired by that success somebody else has created and pass it down. And once you get there.
Exactly. And ask them like, hey, what is it you're doing? We can learn from each other. There may be something that you're doing that I'm not, vice versa, and just collaborating with individuals on whatever skill they may be, because I mean there's new people that I've worked with and I've learned so many different things from them, and them just coming into the industry, and so it's nice to collaborate with whoever.
How did you get into entrepreneurship?
Honestly, so working for a financial institution, having to provide for high net worth clients, I got to see basically what the client was treated like when they had less money. So coming from a family that doesn't have much, to start with, or generational wealth, it hurts my heart, honestly, just to see like, I guess how people are treated when they don't have money, right?
Sure. Almost segmented out of an opportunity.
Right, exactly. I mean, and I guess it really ultimately depends on the individual who is handling your money, but primarily, if you're working in investments and you don't have money, it's really hard to make money off of somebody who doesn't have money, right?
Right.
So I decided to, open up my own business and, help people feel confident. That's why I do body sculpting, but also help people grow, and that's why I have my Overhead LLC.
So helping people feel confident, that's a major benefit of body sculpting. But
Yes.
What are some other great benefits of body sculpting?
All right, so body sculpting, it's so crazy because the way that I do it, it's all natural. So rather than, going to get surgery or, I don't know, doing things that
Diet
are invasive,
pills.
right?
Yeah.
Invasive things like,
Right.
or needles, whatever. Here's all natural. It's called ultrasonic cavitation. So that basically deletes permanent fat, like stubborn fat. So, sorry, I'm just like having to recollect.
No, you're okay.
So ultrasonic cavitation uses sound waves to bust open fat cells and drain through your lymphatic system. So, of
Wow.
course, clients, yeah, they have to be hydrated and all make healthy choices. But it's just so crazy that there is actually a way to, like, you can literally not get off your butt and like lose some
And
weight.
lose weight as long as you stay hydrated and eat a little healthy.
Staying hydrated, eating healthy, like you can delete those fat cells that are
Wow.
permanent. So if you're stagnant, like you haven't been working out, that's the best time to do it, because your fat is not disrupted until the ultrasound cavitation comes through. That's the body sculpting. And we break up fat and also skin tighten, because when you're losing weight, you don't want loose skin. So there's a procedure on how to do it. The technique that I learned is from Houston. And yeah, it's a pretty cool technique.
Do you know any bad examples of body sculpting that people might want to be weary of or cautious of?
Yeah, so there is cool sculpting, which it does have its benefits here and there. But I mean, if you look on Google, and what I'm doing is ultrasonic cavitation versus cool sculpting, that could leave you bruises. Cool sculpting is, I mean, it's non-invasive as well, but it is painful, because basically you're just freezing your fat, and then it does take longer to, I guess, drain out. I'm not entirely sure, but all I know is that cool sculpting is not it. It's not it, because blood clots and bruising.
Wow.
And I'm just like, this is my first business, so I want something that's not going to cause risk to my business.
Right. That's healthy and helpful. Right. Because
Yes.
we don't want to be beautiful and it be toxic, right?
Right. Yeah.
Nobody wants that.
Or injections.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have enough to speak as to why it's not good to do the other things. I can speak on why it's good to do
For sure.
my services. I wouldn't feel safe injecting people with like stuff, and I don't know. I wouldn't want to do that. So.
Right, absolutely. And it's hard to, you don't ever want to get behind something that you wouldn't do to yourself.
Right.
You can't ask somebody to do something you would never do.
Yeah.
That would
Exactly.
be the opposite way of business. To help people.
Yeah, that's the same thing, like with all of my products as well. Like, I make sure that I use them first. I go to the manufacturers and just make sure that they're products that I would use in my day-to-day life, and they actually work. Like, I'm not going to be selling a product that's not worth anything.
Right,
For sure. Who do you think, in your opinion, is the best candidate for body sculpting?
So really, anyone over the age of 18, right? You have to be 18 to do it. I mean, I guess you could, with parent consent, do at a younger age. But over the age of 18, and then somebody who is actually needing that motivation. Like I said, it's for stubborn fat. And skin tightening. So like if you have wrinkles or even cellulite, just anything body. I do vacuum therapy as well. So there's a lot of different intricate things to get what you want specifically, because everybody has their own definition of a dream body.
Right.
There's some girls, like, now it's in to be thick, or they want to be super skinny. Whatever you want, there's a process on how to do it, and we can make it happen.
Sure. Is there any advice you would offer to somebody who were interested in maybe starting a body sculpting business? Or let me rephrase that. Do you have any advice for any woman who's interested in getting into entrepreneurship?
Oh, that's a good one. Yes. So the advice that I would have on that is research a lot before. Actually know what you want to do. I feel like my business has a ton of different avenues, and it's super hard to maintain organization when you don't know what you want to do and you don't know much about it, right? So actually knowing a lot about one specific thing and growing from that, and also delegating too. Trust in your team, because I tried to do everything myself. I just have a hard time delegating, really. So But I noticed when I did, it made things a whole lot easier. So trust in your team, make sure that you have individuals around you that, want to see you succeed and see your business succeed as well, and trust them with tasks. Every now and again, don't be afraid to take risks. Yeah.
If somebody wanted to get involved with you for business advice and work with you on an ongoing basis, how involved would you get with it?
So basically what I offer training for body sculpting, and I get really personable with it just because it's a technique. Anybody can wave a wand, or anybody can use the machine, on your friends or whoever. You get this on Amazon, it's FDA approved. Anybody can do it, but the technique that I use is, the notions of things. So my training would provide somebody performing the services on me, so that way I know if they provide services on somebody else, that is getting utilized correctly. So it's private one-on-one sessions, and yeah, they can contact me to get that information.
Yes, I love it. So whenever you see another business owner in general, whether they're struggling or doing well, would you still like to be a part of that topic of discussion with them, saying like, is there something like, hold on, let me rephrase it. So whenever you meet somebody, a business owner, whether they're doing good or bad, is it intriguing to you to get to know that person and to talk with them?
Yeah, no, learning from everybody has their own experiences, and I feel like I'm a really big people person. I also collectively learning about cultures and lifestyles and stuff, and just learning about people in general. No matter if you're a new business owner or you're not doing too well, knowing your story. And I guess that's, as a financial advisor, I do goals-based planning. And it's interesting to know, where you were, where you're at now, where you want to go. And whether it's talking about finances or your business or even your body, it's all something that I'm interested in learning about and just helping each other grow,
So I love that you mentioned about. Oh, I just completely went blank. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Lost that one.
So you were touching a little bit on goal setting. So how important do you consider goal setting, and how do you set your goals and priority from most important to least important?
That one is really hard. Honestly, time management is the hardest thing. So I set alarms all the time, and I miss them all the time too. But I'm getting better. I'm getting better at it. I am, but it has helped me. Everybody has a phone, right? So put it in your calendar, put an alarm. That's what helps me kind of manage my time, and I'm still working to get better at it too. There's so many things on my to-do list that I want to check off, but of course we prioritize. So it helps me prioritize. Obviously, you gotta kind of look at your goals, right? And short-term and long-term. And no matter what it may be, whether it's your body, your money, your business, whatever, no matter what it is, you just got to think, as a priority, what do I have to keep this business running? Is it communication? Obviously, yes. Is it money? Somewhat, okay. And if it is more money for you than it is communication, if you're selling products, right, then focus on that. But if it's getting clients and getting your purpose and your business out there, focus on communication. It's just, learning to prioritize it. It's kind of like writing things down definitely helped me to understand and realize what's going on, rather than just kind of speaking it.
So goal setting. So we're going to go back on that topic a little bit. So goal setting. Sometimes people, set a goal and they get discouraged because they don't reach that goal. Would you say that it's safe to reconstruct your goals?
Oh yes, all the time. I reconstruct my goals. So I didn't meet a goal this week, It's a new week, it's a new goal. Hey,
Yep.
it's a
Yeah,
new
love
day,
that.
it's a new goal. It's a new, like new month, new goals. I like
Love that mindset.
every day, I feel like you definitely have to, your day goes by so much smoother when you have a to-do list,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, for
You
sure.
feel accomplished
And-
checking it off. for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. So even if rather than like saying, getting discouraged because you didn't meet a goal within your week, well then, hey, let's make it a month goal. As long as I get it done this month, I got it done,
Yeah.
And if I couldn't get it done in the month and it's more of a long-term goal, if your 5-year plan, you're at your 5-year plan, hey, let's reconstruct. Let's figure out what we do have and how we can make our goals realistic. Because, we're all dreamers, right? We all want big things, and it's hard to get there sometimes, and it definitely discouraging moments. But you can't give up. You just have to keep on going.
And resetting that goal kind of resets that clock,
Of course,
So it gives you a
yeah.
little bit more boost into your confidence of like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
I just got to reframe, think maybe a little bit smaller, the smaller goals that reach the bigger, objectives. So I
And
like that.
having motivation definitely helps too. Like with my body sculpting, I started off on my own, and then I expanded to a luxury lounge, which offers multiple beauty services, eyelashes, teeth whitening, facials, and then I'm there doing the body sculpting. So we have our own team. And our team is really motivating as well. It's the same thing. That's where when you hear, new week, new goals, we correlate with our team, and our team holds us accountable to meet those goals. On a media platform, like, hey, let's get some posts out there every single day. Like, we are a team. We're under one roof. Everything beauty. Storm, talk about your body business. You guys talk about your lash or your teeth whitening. We need to keep the message going and just motivate each other to do better, be better, and meet our goals.
I love that.
What aspects do you think make a great team?
That motivation, definitely.
For sure.
Yeah, so I guess another thing is too, like, being personable, aside from business, actually knowing your team members aside from work is like, you got to create your own family too, because you trust one another, you work with one another more than, what do? You work all day and then you go home, eat and sleep. Yeah, and then you work again. So work is primary here for us in our youth, and to build a personable connection and communicating with a motivating team, ultimately, I would say is the best aspect to have in a team.
I love that. So how important do you think it is to keep spiritual aspects considered when creating goals?
So yeah, spiritual aspects definitely need to come as a priority, because you got to think what you're doing it for, right? So
Exactly.
if you have no purpose, as to why you're doing it, if you go into it being like, hey, I have this business and I want to make money, more than likely, yeah, you could probably make some money. But if you have no believing in yourself, or believing in your team, or having some sort of spiritual aspect behind, what you're believing in or what you're doing it for, other than the money, it's not going to go the way that you want it to go. I feel like, just from personal experience, when I first started this business, it was the DBA, Body by Baby, to get the funds that I wanted to get for Baybay's Best, which is the overall goal, to make a nonprofit and have young entrepreneurs have a platform and a group of people that they can go to for whatever need they need. And I definitely couldn't have done it without that spiritual guidance and kind of understanding, what my purpose is.
That's
So,
beautiful.
Yeah.
I love the charity aspect of it. How can people get involved? Is that something that's you've brought to fruition yet right now, or is that something you're working on building?
So we've already hosted our first event. So our first event was located in San Antonio, Texas, back on August 27th at Paramore Rooftop Bar. We had entertainment, we had giveaways, and pretty much what this was is a business mixer and just a chance for local entrepreneurs within the San Antonio, Texas area, to get to know one another and collaborate, either do giveaways or gift certificates to let people know about their business. So we had a lot of people donate their giveaways, and they each talked about their businesses and let them know, our audience, what they do, and a little bit of background story. I mean, we had a skate shop there. We had a personal workout trainer there sharing his personal story, just to see everybody's growth and let other people know, it is possible not to come from anything and to make everything just obtainable. Yeah. It seems so. I mean, I know it's hard, and I think about it because it has been really hard. But then I think about the successful event that we had, and I mean, it all comes from working with the body sculpting, generating that revenue, getting that money, but then putting it back to a purpose where everybody can benefit from. And at the end, it's like we get so much love. We get so many donations, like gift cards, all this stuff to give to other people.
And that intention is there, and because it's there, that comes across like immediately. I think if people were in your position doing something with ill intentions, I mean, you see it every day, and like, you see advertisements or something, make you just feel some type of way that's wrong. Like eventually those things are going to come crashing down. People are going to sniff out like, the bad that's associated with that, and they're going to weed them out very quickly.
Right, yeah. The follow-ups are super important too, like with the email list that we're generating. Like the event that I had was kind of like a pre-trial event to see how well other entrepreneurs work with other entrepreneurs. So it's like what you were saying earlier, Alex, the competition and stuff. Most people, it's kind of like, why scope out, scope out competition. It's like we need to get that competition in order to benefit from. So it's good to see a group of girls in the beauty industry all together, just helping each other out, no matter if they do the same services, offer training services, just growing.
Yeah, share techniques.
Yes,
ideas.
Exactly. Like the little glitter that I have on, that's new. It's oh, hey, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. We're all lash artists. We could all do it, So it's so awesome to have just a group of motivated people that are willing to help each other.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, I love it. So for anybody interested in getting involved with you, either through body sculpting or just entrepreneurial services, how do they get in touch with you?
So primary contact would be through Instagram. That's like mostly our bigger wave of our younger generation. TikTok, we are still working on that because, it's hard. So sculpting, that's the handle. And then we have info@baybaysbest.com. And then the Baybay's Best Instagram as well. It's on Facebook too. I think it just automatically syncs. I need to get better at Facebook for sure.
We know a guy, that's for sure.
Yeah, we know a guy.
Oh yeah, I hear.
Do you have any final thoughts or closing advice that you might want to give, or anything you want to promote?
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys having me on here. My first podcast, and I appreciate what you are doing too.
Yes,
I love it. Thank you so much for having me as a guest.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. And you heard it here. Go like, follow, subscribe. Storm Baybay on Instagram, stormbaybay.com. Do you have a website?
Baybay's Best.
Baybaysbest.com.
Yeah.
Baybaysbest.com.
So that's going to be launching soon. That's more of 2023. So for body sculpting, it's on Gloss app. So it's not, I need to definitely have more of that domain down because I'm still working. I'm more of a people person, so online I need to get better. But baybaysbest.com 2023.
Awesome.
There we go.
Well, thank you so much for your time and experience and expertise.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. We enjoyed having you. Thanks for joining us.